Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth, also in sincerity. But I'm gonna have to look out a short video. This one probably will be really short. I kind of pressed for time right now, but I'll do what I have to do. Now, the thought behind this video is it have no way around what we are, no way around what we do, right? And that has to be understood by now at least. You can't get around it, you can't run from it, you can't run from the purpose, you can't run from the Lord. Regardless, the Lord said do it, it will be done. Right, His words do return unto Him void. Alright, so I'm gonna get my first precept. I only have 3 precepts, so as I say, this might be a real short one. Let me see how this spread now. Alright, Jeremiah 10 and 23. It says, "O Lord, I know that the way of a man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." Here, a man could say, "By one door, ordain it to be done." Right? It will not happen. Matter of fact, I got precept to run with that. I got precept to run with that. Right? The Lord do ordain it will not be done. Shit. There's one person. One second. It's like Matthew 10 and 29. It says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father." Yeah, so nothing do happen without the Lord. Right? That is the precept of the apostle out here for you. Right? Matthew 10, 23. That is the precept out here. Right? It says here, "O Lord, I know, O Yahweh, I know that the way of a man is not in himself, it is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." So regardless of how you try to look at Jonah, for example, look at the prophet Jonah. Look what was going on with him. Right? You could imagine just being him and being, running from the Lord. You had to jump overboard because he went from the Lord that caused the seas to get rough, the winds were beat, the storm to come, end up in the belly of a fish, only to end up being spat out in the same place that he was running from. How do we get around it? Don't happen without the Lord authority. Right, nothing. Right, he ordained it. And as I use now, Jeremiah 1 and 5, it says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You understand? I had ordained thee a prophet unto the nations, even from the womb. Right? Now this is Old Testament, right? So we're going to New Testament. First Corinthians 14. So from 21, for ye may all prophesy one by all may learn and all may be comforted. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For power is not the author of confusion but of peace, and as in all churches of the saints. Right? You see, sanctified and ordained us from the womb in Jeremiah to be what? To be prophets unto the nations. And in 1 Corinthians 14 it says, well, the spirit of the prophet is subject to the what? The prophet. So if he was a prophet, then he'd be a prophet now. It have no walking around it, it have no going around it. This is what it is. This is your faith. You understand? This is your faith. This is your destiny. You can't walk around it. You can't. All of you might try to avoid it. Your conscience will lay sleep at night. You understand? I know from personal experience. You know what I mean? My conscience does me if I do something awful, if I'm thinking about doing something, or just meditating on something awful. My conscience says, hey, what going on, right? I just can't sleep. I confess and I just be up. And who know that I don't do sleep long, I don't sleep enough as I should. I would be up being bothered, being worried, being frightened. You understand? Scriptures talk about knowing the fear of the Lord we persuade men by. I glad I have that feeling, man. It have nights where we say days where I am not able to do everything for whatever reason. You know, whatever reason. I'll be up in the night when I come home from on the plantation, from the cotton fields, so to speak. Yeah. And I frightened. I feel in a sense of fear, a sense of dread. When we see my phone on the fritz, you know, I can't do a video because the screen doing what it want. Like, fuck, man. I'd say I pray, ask for forgiveness, and I still wouldn't sleep because I'm frightened. You understand? And it have no way we could do nothing. It have no measuring. We could measure our duties to the Lord with. You understand? They don't understand the Lord as a servant of the Lord as well, you know. Meaning, just serve. But if I touch just serve, all you have to do is ask how long, do thing, just serve. You'll be rewarded. Why? You know? And that goes with the concept of, hey, we don't know when Yahweh shall come back. We know the signs, but nobody knows the time, not even him, only the Father. You understand? So we still knowing that and knowing the fear of the Lord, we just serve by, we serve until we can't anymore. Whether it's season or off season, you know, whether we sick, whether we go by serve the Lord, Alright. And I had one more precept I jotted down here. Alright, we go to the book of Romans 8. It says, for whom he did foreknew, he ought to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also what called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Meaning what? The ones who he did predestinate for, who he sanctified from the womb, and will be glorified in the end, which are who the prophets, right? It have no way around that. It have no way around this. It have no way around this. Right, so I hope this video is edifying to the Akim, to the spirit and power of your Bashem, and Shai Bashem Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom.